Yeah, lads, what's up? Daly, what's up?
I'm good.
What's up, Kinger? How are you?
I'm good, yeah. How are you?
Good, thanks. You didn't
G-Man,
ask me
how
back,
are you?
Daly.
It's
Dropped.
real.
G-Man's out here,
You're dropped.
and he's been replaced by Lukey. Well done, Luke. He's done it.
Welcome to the crew.
Yeah, welcome to the crew, Luke. Luke's our newest coaching recruit. He's the man. He is starting. You've already started. How long now?
2 weeks.
Third week, I think.
Third week. First week was training. Already 2 weeks in, and we're flying it, baby. We're flying it. Yes, go ahead.
Can we stitch Kinger up with a story about Luke?
Go ahead.
You want to tell her or what?
You tell it.
this
You
is
tell it,
already-
because I'm
Right.
sick of hearing it.
We want coaches, basically. That's the simplest way to put it. And we're on to Kinger. We were on to Kinger all the time. Nobody coaches. We're racking our brains. Coach, he's like, no. Morgan, then we put out the ad. Was Lukey probably one of the first couple?
No, actually, Luke, you were probably, what, about a week or so after we'd advertised? Maybe even longer.
He said it to me before Christmas. And
There
then,
you go.
In fairness to him, I'll back my friend here. He did say it to me before Christmas, but I was kind of saying, I'll see what way kind of things play out over Christmas or whatever. And then about a week or so after Christmas, I just said, here, I'll just throw in my CV. And
Okay.
then Kinger got the blunt of it.
Yeah. Carry on.
So anyway, yeah, then it comes in and then we're like, oh yeah, looks good experience and all this. And then how did you cop that, Kinger? Oh, because it was the Shells thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
worked with
Shells
the Shells
analyst.
women's national league team. I'm like, Kinger, who's this? Yeah, Lukey's my best mates, grew up with him, deadly coach.
Like, sound Kinger. Sound Kinger.
You asked me specifically, do I know any coaches that I go to college with?
Oh, do you know what? And I was only thinking about this earlier because I knew on the podcast, I'd say I could predict that after 10 minutes it would be brought up that we asked you for coaches and you didn't have an answer. And I remember vividly on Sunday, 2 weeks ago, G goes, we asked you, did you have any coaches in Carlow? Maybe that confused you. You hadn't a clue what he was talking about. He just gave you a scapegoat and now you're going to
No,
use that
that's
for the
not
rest of your
true.
life.
That's not
That
true.
is true. That is true. G, nod.
I'll tell you
That
what's
is
true.
true.
The scapegoat is true. The fact that it is a scapegoat. But he's not my scapegoat. Does that make sense? That doesn't make sense. Right, move on. We move on.
Yeah,
That was,
move on,
let's
right.
talk about Luke.
Yeah, let's talk about Luke. Let's talk about Luke. Daly, you're the man with the questions. I'm a fly on said
the
wall. You know what I mean?
We let him introduce himself
Yeah,
first,
yeah,
I
we'll do
suppose.
the little, just who you are, kind of the basic. Where'd you grow up? How do you know this fella?
The hardest question to answer in the world, I'd say. Now, I'm Luke Doyle. I'm 22. I'm from an area in Whitehall called Larkhill. Was born and raised there pretty much most of my life. I've lived with my nana and granddad now since 2016, I think so. My mum and dad both live outside of that area now, so I've always kind of grown up there. I went to school in a little triangle, so I went to primary school across the road from my house in Holy Child. Big sporty school, was perfect for me. Really enjoyed my time there. Then I went further across the road to St. Aidan's, so I'd say a 5-minute walk from the house, so I was lucky in that way. Again, unbelievable sports school. Like school in general, I was that kind of kid who just signed up for every sports team just to get out of class. Like I was grand at school, I never got in trouble. I'm sure if you sat 10 of my teachers down out of 12, they'd all say he was grand. But just had no interest in actually doing work in school. Like I'd say every teacher would say, oh, you're capable of doing well more. But just didn't go that way. But I was majorly into sport. I'd go out with the GA team. I wouldn't play a minute, but I'd go to every single game. I'd go to the hurling team. I could never picked up a hurl before. I'd do athletics. I couldn't run. So it was like I'd do anything to get out of class. It's just the kind of kid I was. But met obviously all the group of lads now that we hang around. We obviously met this fella along the way somewhere.
God bless you.
Picked up along the way.
No, most of my friend group have been friends since he's 6th class, first year, I think. And then I met him when I was in 2nd year and he was in 1st year. I was telling the lads last week, we played the 11-a-side games.
Oh,
So we used to play like friend group against friend group. And we were at one of the lads' birthday parties the night before. And he came down to play the game the next day. swamp of a pitch. Like I mean, like waterlogged, unplayable. Turns up in a pair of Nike blazers and jumps in centre midfield.
It's gas. I don't even remember that. It's
I
gas.
remember, that's one thing. I just have a very good memory. Like I remember a lot of stuff, like weird stuff, where people turn around and go, "How do you remember that?"
Did you just go to school together? Secondary school?
No,
different skills.
no.
Oh, okay.
Different
wow.
schools, but same area.
Same area.
Yeah.
Same mates, like cross patterns of mates.
Like
Even different areas, really.
Yeah, it's weird because like Aiden's and art school, like they'd always have like mutual friends between the two schools, but it's always like the GA match against art school was a big thing, and like it's like Whitehall versus Vinny's in GAA, and it's like it's not really the football rivalry really, but yeah. So I've loads of friends from art school who I still talk to now, like through GAA, but yeah, no, we didn't go to the same school around like that.
No, one of my best mates in the school hung around with all yours.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
that's
that's
how.
good.
So there was
That's
mutual,
quite
there was mutual
yeah.
friends there, and then obviously my dad ended up working with his dad with 21s, and then I think the first night I met him, we started talking about football, and then that was it. It's made sense.
Love football.
That's it. Love it.
Mad.
Addicted.
It's an interesting story, man. And then Kinger. I'm actually still good. Not telling us.
So if you
No
want a
joke.
recommendation, not me as a
Yeah.
coach, don't.
Just leave
I'll
it.
forget.
Don't
I'll
know.
forget.
I'll tip into my first question then, because it kind of revolves in. I don't think you did actually mention on the start that Lukey's just new with us coaching wise. So how did you get into coaching yourself? Was it kind of from playing a natural progression, or did you always want to coach, or kind of how did that happen?
No, I think I always wanted to coach. To be honest, like from when I could walk, really, my dad was bringing me to all of his games where he was coaching, or the manager, like he would have been my age, kind of had teams and DDSL representative squads and stuff. So every Saturday morning, I used to be up dressed. I'd go to my match in the morning, go straight into my tracksuit, straight to his match. So kind of grew up around kind of dressing rooms, and as I got a bit older, then 10, 11, 12, he had the first team in Kevin. So been around senior football then as well for 3 or 4 years. Then I done my Kickstart 1 when I was 15, and from there onwards I just really enjoyed it. I think it's always something I've wanted to work full time in. Obviously extremely hard in this country, but I think if you put enough kind of hard work in and make enough good relationships, that the opportunities will arise to you. Like so, so I went in there, had a little stint with GAA for a while where I had good opportunities in it. I was doing well, so gave that a bash for a year or two, and then really dived in head first into coaching then during lockdown. I had my PDP 1 and PDP 2 done.
Summer camps. Don't forget the
Oh,
summer
sorry,
camps.
I can't forget them. Summer camps over the summer. Myself and Kieran out in Blanchardstown most of the time. We done a couple in Whitehall where we were covering for people.
Man.
We ran the camps.
I swear to God, it was brilliant.
We
Like,
ran the
the
camps.
first year we came in, the first year I done them, I was 16. I think it was the minimum age you had to be. And the first year I done it, I remember I had a young fella on the team, or in the oldest group, who was a year younger than me. So like I'm telling him, like, sit down there and have your lunch. Like, no good. Like, I don't know. I always just took the older groups. I think it was just because obviously I was only 16 and controlling 35-year-olds was going to be tough for me. So, no, but them camps were great. Like, $220 a week for just having a bit of crack. Like, it was
We had it
unbelievable.
down to a T as well. We had like the same similar age group, so I'd have like 12 seat out 13s, and after the lunch you play all games, and we put them all together, have a World Cup.
Not even after lunch. Like, I remember they used to play a game called Links, basically, where you have normally 2 teams, they link arms in the goal, you give them all numbers, call the numbers, kick the ball in, let the carnage, right? But we used to do it where we'd have our pitches, so there'd be 4 goals, 4 teams, all linked up, and you'd call 6 and 8, and there's just about 8 players running around after football, 4 goals going. I'd say the people who ran the camps now had them. Come here. They used to play a game called Cowboys and Indians, where they'd have the kids running up the middle and just smashing balls at them from the side. Like, it was all a bit of crack. Like,
Scandalous drills at one of them. I done one.
camps.
Oh, boys. But on one of these ones, I was just like one of the coaches on it. Was like the head coach that was deciding what we do, and warm up, whatever. And this is the exercise he does. All the groups together on a full 11-side Astro, right? And it basically was split into the 2 teams, all right? And then you basically in each half, in right where the corner flag is, there was boxes with footballs in it. You had to leg it to the other teams, pick a football up, and try to run out of their half without getting tagged. If you got tagged, you had to drop the football and go back. And like obviously the oldest kids were just running around smashing the little, like they literally just no dividing them by age, just going everyone playing. So it'd be like 5-year-olds trying to run away from 14-year-olds.
I used to just play
Chaos.
games as well. I used to just play like real stupid games and be real
That's all it's
buzzy.
all about.
Yeah.
Be real buzzy.
That's all
right?
you want.
And one day the boss fella, or like the head coach fella's walking in, and I'm like, the lads are flying around buzzing. Everyone's like real happy, and he walks in. He's like the Grim Reaper walking in the door. Right, comes up to me, goes, "Kinger, what's the story? More boys in class now in cemetery than there is in this section." And I mean, the lads are there sprinting around the place. Oh, he just came over. He knew what he was.
Do you remember the overhead kicks one?
No.
So we were in Castleknock and we would have been the senior kind of coaches at this stage, and without being the head coaches, the head coach used to kind of say to us to kind of like have a look around what's going on, whatever, while he sat inside, you know, out with the sun. But this was like 24 degrees all week in Castleknock Celtic, so the pitch is like concrete and whatever. I was doing a session, he was doing a session, whatever was going on. But the same fella he's talking about comes out at the top of Castleknock Celtic's clubhouse up on top of the hill. So he does his little walk out to have a look what's going on. And I won't name the coach because he's a sound fella, like, but he had the kids. He was throwing the ball up for the kids, and then in a queue, and they're just jumping up and over and kicking the ball into the goal. But it's like 24 degrees, and it's like solid.
Concrete, yeah.
And I got a lift home off him, and the other coach was in the car that night, and he just turned around in the mirror and just goes like, "Overhead kicks, really? Overhead kicks?" Oh, no, it was unbelievable. No, but the camps were good, and then then just really got into like kind of team coaching then, and during lockdown,
Nice.
just dived head first into
So
kind of
what
the
age
badges
group
and stuff.
have you worked with up until now in team coaching?
I'm on my second group of under 10s. So the first group I went in with were under 10s, and I just done them for a year. Just kind of the club put me there just to kind of get myself going again with teams. Then I was asked to take the 2013 group from last summer to now. I still have them now. So that's 9s and 10s. I've done a bit with kind of National League teams within the club, and just taking sessions here and there, and giving a hand where they need it. And then this year I started doing senior Saturday team as well. So I've coached like a variety, pretty much everything but 9-a-side I've coached. So no, I'm really enjoying it there now. Yeah.
Go on, yeah.
As I said, let's see, I suppose you're only a couple of years in, but do you have like a preference of age you've liked working with, or is it?
Not really. I enjoy different aspects of every age. Like a group of kids, like in the little kickers or little saints, whatever you call it, 4 or 5. Like some of the laugh and crack you have with them kids is great, and then obviously 8, 9, 10. They're so like such a want for information.
Yeah.
They just want to come up and obviously listen, and obviously you get the odd messers and that, but it's always going to happen to their kids. But down to seniors, then you get to really kind of use the stuff you're learning on badges and stuff. Like it's more relative to 11-a-side football, and you know, I'm coaching some of my mates there, which is something that I never thought I'd do, and I think I was dreading it at first, but I've almost kind of earned the respect there now. I think between lads I used to play with, like I done pre-season this season as a player, like to play with them, and I just got asked in to do sessions about 3 months ago now, and just been flying since.
Yeah, how do you find working with people you know? As in coaching them directly?
Tough, but at the same time, like one of the lads came back there 2 weeks ago. Well, I've been trying to get him back up for ages and ages, but it just wasn't happening. But I know little ways to kind of annoy them in a way, like as in kind of get them going a bit, or I know what what will motivate me mate to get going a bit more, or like there's some lads there who are probably going like, this fella couldn't do 5k in pre-season, now he's saying all this, like, but I think that's the kind of attitude that maybe was there the first week. I think since then, though, now results haven't gone our way. We're in the second top Saturday league, and we're a very young side, so we've been struggling in that sense. But in terms of sessions and development, that they're getting better and better every week. So it's been great for my own development as well.
Yeah, good. Very interesting.
Yeah. So I've been thinking, like, because when we used to coach you with the school team, for example, like that was just, I found that really enjoyable. I think it's because like you have more of a connection to the players. Now obviously there's a bit of a couple of years between us, like, but Yeah, I'd find it interesting to coach somebody like my age or like in and around like in their mid-20s.
I'm coaching a fella who's 42 at the minute. Honest to God, like
Remember back in Strathern, I was working with a fellow who was 35.
Yeah. How'd you find? And you were obviously like 21.
I was
maybe?
21. Yeah.
How'd you find
I
that?
liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot. I think if you, I don't know,
I-
if you're
yeah.
confident in your own ability and stuff, you just treat it like a normal session.
that's it.
Fine,
Like,
there's no
you-
worries.
you
And they're
learn
there
it-
for a reason.
as
like,
long as they know that you're confident in what you're talking about, that you learn respect. Like,
100%.
it might take a couple of weeks, but like for example, we had a couple of first team lads in last week for training and stuff, and some of them would have played at a really high level in terms of League of Ireland and stuff. So coaching them as well, and them actually stopping and listening to you in the session was great. Like so,
It's really great way to sharpen yourself up because like you can kind of get away with a wrong sentence with a group of kids now, but like senior players cop when you're like
yeah, I know
that
for
could be
sure. You
spoof
can't
or if
spoof
you're-
them. You can't
yeah,
spoof.
like you kind of have to be a lot more concise with it. So
Yeah, 100%.
that's interesting.
how have you found? I know, obviously, working with us. That's your first like full-on taste of supplemental coaching. Is
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
How have you found like the differences and stuff? Because I know we discussed like after one of the sessions, you were saying, geez, like because our turnover. Excuse me. I don't think people realize how like quick we have to go from session
Yeah.
to session to session. That all have a different plan, different age group, different abilities, whole different communication pattern that needs for each session. How have you found that so far?
Yeah, like I'm not like I'm not an extremely confident person, and personally, like I'd be quite shy normally, but in my coaching, I'm quite confident. So when I was coming into the first session, I was kind of like rubbing my hands, going, "All right, this is gonna be good. Now I'm gonna show the lads what I can do, whatever." I remember the third hour finished, and I just said to myself, "Oh my God!" Like my voice was gone completely. I was running around the last session trying to get stuff in. My cones were all out of line, which drives me ballistic. Just carnage. Like it took me that first night. Now in fairness, G said to me like, "Oh, the sessions were good and the good structure and all." But as I was doing them, I was like, "What am I doing here?" I was like, "I'm so well." I actually doubted myself. I was like, "I need to go back to PDP 1 because I'm all over shop here." Like I thought it was terrible. But I think it was just kind of how rushed it was. Not the session wasn't rushed, but in between, kind of.
It does feel like that.
You have to
It
be so
does,
efficient,
honest
yeah.
to God, like I wasn't expecting it. Like I wasn't expecting it to be like as difficult as it was. And like when I was my first week, I was up observing. I was listening to the coaching points that you were making to kind of groups of 3 or 4, and then obviously G with the groups of 12 and stuff. And like the detail in terms of a scissor or an inside cut or an outside cut, I was saying to myself, I haven't got that. I was like, I haven't got it. So I'm learning that from you was big time. Like, geez, like it's something I just realised that I haven't got that kind of eye for like technical detail. So like why you're taking it with that part of your foot, why you're moving your hip that way, why you're moving your shoulders that way. I wouldn't even look at a footballer like that. I wouldn't have time to, like in a team session. So that's something that's like opened my eyes massively, and something that I'm eager to learn more about. So no, but I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed every minute since I've been in, and it's only gonna go up. Like I'm only gonna improve from here. So
You actually see it's probably becoming more of a modern trend now in football. The idea of supplemental, not necessarily companies, but actually with clubs bringing in coaches for that.
Yeah.
Like, see the story of your man from Arsenal.
Yeah.
I know he does a lot of the psychology stuff as well, but he's only 24, 25.
See,
and-
the hashtag United fella, is that him?
Techers Guru is
no,
Yeah.
he's going in there, I think.
Yeah.
he's gone in. Yeah.
But your man, he's a Spanish coach, Carlos.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
West or something like that.
I was
Yeah,
chatting with
I know
him,
I think you mentioned him. Yeah, he's obviously doing. I think he does some
Multiple
psychology.
languages, fella?
six languages.
Yeah, he does some psychological.
He's an individual coach.
Yeah, and I think he does a little bit of stuff with that as well. But like, and then you see your man superior striker, your man Alan Russell. He actually is man.
He's a gaffer now, isn't he?
He managed Norwich.
Yeah.
He was the intern. I don't know if he got the
intern,
job.
He used to do the England videos, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he managed
were
Norwich
quality.
there for a
Yeah,
few
he
weeks.
got brought into England like a specialist coach now. And you
Tops,
see
yeah.
clubs. I seen a club in America hire like a coach education role in their club, like for their academy pathway, like someone who'd be like developing individual coaches and also.
Class.
Yeah, it's definitely, it's like all sports just have specialist coaches.
And so they should. Football's well behind. We were speaking about this with the lads on the Charge to the Game podcast. Shout out to the boys. And they were saying, or we were saying, if you look at any like other sport, they all have specialist coaches for like certain
Yeah.
aspects of their game. Because much like you get a nutritionist or a PT or
Did you
something.
ever look at the side
to
of
work on
an
it.
American football game?
It's crazy.
It's crazy. Like,
Crazy, yeah.
there's one
Absolutely
coach for every unit in
Mhm.
that team, and even the kicker has his own coach. Like it's outrageous.
It's substantial, especially if obviously American football teams can afford it and so on. In team settings, it's more difficult, I'd say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's crazy how people still don't either believe in it. Is probably the best thing to say. It just doesn't make any sense to me that you look at any sport across anywhere, any level, they always have specialist coaches for certain aspects, and I think people forget an awful lot of the time that it's there to aid, obviously, team sessions, aid players, improve small details. That's all you're chasing. Like it's mad how anyone can have an issue with that.
I remember hearing a story when I was doing my masters about it was on the physiology module or something like that. They were talking about Real Madrid, I think at the time, had a physio per 2 players or 3 players in their squad. So like they'd have, let's say they have a 30-man squad, they'd have 15 physios. So like one physio could have Bale, Ronaldo. Or
Oh my god!
Players would do a great job, did he?
That's true. But like that idea, they like how specialist some of them clubs can go in that sense.
That's
but
nuts.
they wouldn't do that in. We'll have a front 3 unit coach.
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
Real Madrid will, but
I think Real Madrid are actually very
do
innovative.
more of
They're
that,
huge
yeah.
on tech. Do you see that? Everyone see. Now, this is what also frustrates me about it. Joe and like Real Madrid released that wall that automatically jumps. That's class, right? It's lethal. And then people will share that everywhere and be like, "That's class, that's class." And then so all of a sudden, a bit of innovation will come somewhere and they're like, "I'm not changing anything. I'm not bringing anything new in." But I think Real are huge for investing in new tech and stuff. It's cool. It's cool to see.
Don as the golfer. Love
Well,
Carlo.
that's fair. That's fair. The man.
Actually, yeah, because he's a football coach. Who's your favourite coach or manager of all time?
That's tough.
Yeah.
Could I give like 2?
Yeah.
2.5.
Which one?
I go 2, right? Because one is like off the pitch and one is on the pitch.
Okay.
On the pitch, obviously, I'm a massive fan of like Pep Guardiola. Obviously, you can't not be a fan of him. I think like now that there's kind of rules in 7-a-side football in this country that you have to play out from the back. That's all only come in since Pep has kind of come in, and like the fact that it's affected our little country with 5 million people in it. God knows what it's done across Europe
That's true.
and America and stuff like that. In terms of off the pitch, I've actually only in the last number of weeks I've listened to, I think it's 4 Sean Dyche podcasts, and like that man is like, the way he motivates the dressing room was outrageous. Like the detail he goes into about kind of standards and stripping players' egos away from them and kind of rebuilding them with. He'll never take a footballer's ego away from them, or anyone's ego, but keeping it in line and kind of the stuff he was, I think on the High Performance podcast he was speaking about, like Manchester United needing security on European trips and stuff like that. But he's saying like, oh, why would Josh Brownhill need security, or why would Jack Cork need security for Burnley? Like, so he's kind of saying like, just the way he handles a team and the way the job he done with Burnley with the budget and the players he had is outrageous. And it's just all about everyone round the boat basically. And off the pitch in the last number of weeks, I've just listened to his podcast and just seeing him winning on Saturday, then I was delighted from him as well, So
How do you think he'll do at Everton? That's
stay up.
open to the floor.
That's
I think he'll
job
stay
done,
up,
I think.
but
Do you reckon he's
there's
got
serious
longevity there?
problems in that club.
Yeah, huge.
Yeah.
I think he does. I think he has success. I
I
don't
think-
think
I
he'll
think-
be as negative as he was at Burnley
What
because he
is
had better
success
players.
No, I think so.
for him as an Everton manager? It's over
This-
three.
Now it's
Like,
staying up.
Now it's stay up.
Well, yeah.
Short term, stay up. Long term,
Pushing them.
Yeah,
into
I
the
think
top.
he
get
needs to
back
get
into
back
the at
Yeah.
least top 8 or top 10,
Yeah.
maybe.
Backward,
like-
yeah. I think he will.
agree
And I
with
don't
Kinger.
think they'll be as
think
They
negative.
got European football at Burnley.
Yeah.
They had
Yeah,
like
that's true.
Jeff Hendrick playing the 10 with Sam Vokes up front or something like that.
That's what I mean. Like he had no players and he had no money to buy players.
That's no disrespect to the
No,
two
no,
players,
you're
but that's
absolutely right.
some job, like
Uh-huh.
some job. But
I think it'd be good.
I think he'll
Pep,
do well,
Pep
yeah.
on the pitch and Sean Dyche off.
That's a good answer.
That is
Good
a
answer.
Two polar opposites.
Yeah,
but it's a
polar
great
opposites.
answer.
Opposites,
Good answer.
opposites
What
attract.
you make of actually just see the stuff he brought in the train and the whole.
I like
No
the
snooze.
the
No
socks.
snooze.
I like the match
The
socks.
socks is a mad
Yeah.
one.
Oh, that's my
What-
favourite.
what was it? What-
That's
No,
my
no,
favourite.
no, no.
Was it match socks? What did
You have to wear match
Socks, shin guards, no
You
snoods.
can't wear the
no
ankle tucks. You have to wear
tracksuits.
match socks. Not shin guards.
Snoods
like,
annoy
but
me.
I thought it was
No,
shin
no.
guards as well.
just- Is it? It could have
Probably,
been.
probably use
maybe.
match socks to wear shin guards.
It could be.
'Cause
Yeah.
The whole idea was you train.
Why
Like, you
shin
meant
guards?
to like
Yeah.
you meant to try and like play. I'd
In
say
Everton,
I
No, we only done it walking in. I think.
In Everton,
surely it was built in Burnley already. Though.
Oh,
like
maybe,
from
yeah.
him.
I don't think it'll last. I think he's just coming in saying you have been shy. You need to pull up
I
the
think
socks.
I think you'd have to. You
think
can't
they'll
just
stick
come in and be like, right, lads, we're gonna fix it short term. But then for long term, let's bin that.
He did a bleep test on a Wednesday or something. That's
The first day he
mad.
came in.
Yeah, that's what's. I actually see this on Twitter. That's going to end up in a negative. I've seen a couple of American coaches who would follow on Twitter who, from Coach Ed point of view, who pointed out, going, now a lot of American coaches are just going to do bleep tests with their kids, thinking it's going to win on Saturday.
know,
So
yeah.
the only people sometimes just see that
But that-
worked for
Once,
them.
once as a
That's
manager,
Check
yeah.
yeah.
Just
yourself,
throw
man.
onto the team, like,
Check yourself if you're
Just
doing
to-
that.
yeah.
That's
And
like
it's-
the-
I think they done
Come
2
on.
bleep tests on the day.
Did they?
They done 2, yeah.
Yeah.
Once there's a change of manager, there's always a reaction.
100%.
So-
If you'd lost the game,
Yeah.
although you would have taken a loss
With
to Arsenal,
Arsenal,
like
yeah,
in fairness,
yeah.
but they all. What is that? What is that?
What do
That you come
New
out.
manager.
Is it,
Really, it's
is
just
it
a
fearlessness?
lack of negativity
Is it
in the
a whole new
environment.
breath of fresh air? But like, what is it? Because you can't define it. Surely.
I think it's just desire. You just want to be in the team.
wanna
But
impress,
20
you wanna
lads want to be in the
impress,
team. Want to
yeah.
impress, yeah.
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 But
And you're
I
taking
d-
a toxic, like it's a toxic environment, and you're taking the thing that's like most.
But sometimes the
responsible for
gaffer
it.
isn't
It's like a
toxic,
release.
right? Sometimes the
Yeah.
gaffer's not the issue. The gaffer gets sacked. The lads just go out and ball next week. So Stephen Gerrard was getting hopped off every week. He goes. They get literally in 1 week. Right, Aston Villa are good.
Yeah.
Why couldn't you be good last week?
Yeah,
Then
no,
again,
I agree with you. Yeah. I
In
agree.
Everton's case, though, I actually seen this with Deutsch. He done the coach's voice video, and he actually made a point about this concept he has defending, where he calls it defending the V. I don't know if you've seen
Yeah,
that.
there's like a
So
red zone. Type
Yeah,
thing,
red zone and area, and then a couple of analysts on Twitter and all like went, "Oh, you can see that from the game against Arsenal where they actually were carrying that out." Like, so the idea of like Frank Lampard is trying to play like, a high press style with let's say 2 centre halves who can't play a high line, and then all of a sudden Deutsche flips it, plays to the strength of the centre halves, and they get so maybe them 2 centre halves are like, right, this is a bit more on me. I'm more motivated to play, or I'm less fearful in playing in this
It's
style compared to
Tarkowski,
the other
isn't
one.
it?
Tarkowski,
And
Yeah,
ex Burnley, isn't it?
Connor
So
Rowdy.
they
Dwight
Deutsch
McNeil.
Dwight McNeil.
Yeah.
Actually,
There's another one. Is there 3 of them?
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine is there as well.
Nick.
I'd say
That's a massive help.
Tarkowski was like,
Forget
oh,
it.
thank God, he's
They're
coming
actually a
back.
I
club
heard
and
that.
team set up to play in that. So even like Connor Cody with Wolves were always like Wolves used to always sit
Yeah.
and counter attack like so.
They're two very
You'd-
good centre
You'd
halves.
love to play in one of his teams.
Oh,
I would.
100%. I'd love to play.
The way I
something like
the way I played football as a centre back is just head it and clear it, and I'd love it. I'd love to play for him.
Did you see Mourinho's latest Instagram post now? Slating
the socks, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
lads, it's gas. Have
Is
you
that
seen it,
what
Morgan?
is he slating it?
I'm
The beautiful game or
I'm
something.
Yeah.
He said the beautiful game.
gonna look at it right now because I want to get live
Yeah,
reaction.
that's what I was thinking.
So I'd see the emoji choices. Mourinho's the man.
Well,
So
Morgan.
many managers I just forgot about there, like Jose, Eddie Howe. Eddie Howe was outrageously good.
Are you fan of like a Jose Simeone, that kind of
No,
more negative kind of?
listen,
World
yeah,
against us
every team has their way of winning, and you do what you do to win. That's no
Yeah.
problem. But I love the camaraderie around Jose.
Yeah,
It's he's comedy gold. That fella, like he is TV.
Is
he
he saying? Is he saying it's just a lot of?
Yeah. It's so condescending, his tone of voice in the...
Do you know what? He's dead right.
What are the emojis?
It's
like all the socks.
the smileys. Also, what is this? What is this?
I don't know.
Is it to prevent cramps?
Calf really
Loosen their calves or something.
Shove
mythology.
Shove
It
that.
feels tight on my calf, so I'm going to cut a lot of holes in it.
managers. You wouldn't be more of a Jose fan. I know he picked Jose
Yeah.
for that debate.
No, I am a Jose fan, yeah.
See that?
Love him.
But I'm a
Sock thing.
Fergie fan. If you want to talk about Fergie for a while.
You can't wear white straps over black socks, but you can have a big hole in the back of your sock. That doesn't make sense.
Makes sense, yeah.
Stupid.
Don't
Stupid.
get. There's so many little stupid football rules.
Under
that make
Armour has to be
no
the same
sense,
colour
like-
and stuff.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I,
yeah.
agree with that, but that's ridiculous. Like,
Like,
he's wearing half a sock.
It's silly stuff. And even like small things. Now this could just be me, but you know when like someone's coming off, right? Don't cross the line until he comes off. Would you relax? I got booked for that.
One of my
once.
old teachers in AIDS got sent off for that for UCD.
Come on, man.
He came on at half time, right, and was like the usual. But at half time, you have to wait for everyone to come out and then go on the pitch, right? So he went on and was kicking a ball around or something with the lads on the pitch. Fourth official calls him back over. Referee books him, goes onto the pitch. His first tackle, yellow card, sent off. And he showed us. He came into school on the Monday. He used to play for UCD. He's still actually playing. He's a top player in fairness to him. But he would come into school on the Monday. We used to get great crack out of him. Like he'd pull up his highlights and all, and he'd show us. And it was unbelievable. Something out of a comedy
That's
show.
ridiculous.
The manager after someone on is just like
There's so many stupid rules like that though,
Mm.
and they're so meticulous about them. And then something, I don't know. I can't think of what.
There's
what
one
off the top
in
of my head.
our league, right?
Yeah.
You can't have two people stand up in the dugout. Only one.
That's ridiculous.
That's
And
so
I'm
stupid.
literally just like this, like as the game's going, I'm literally like standing up. I don't know. I'm like following the play, and the fourth official will come out and be like, 1 up, 1 standing up.
Oh, stop, man.
I'm like, what?
That's
What
stupid stuff.
is your problem?
That's stupid stuff. That's stupid stuff.
like, you.
It's
Pick and
one
choose your
standing
battles.
up.
That's not a rule.
It's
like
just a
Premier League
pointless
football,
one
is
to
it?
annoy.
It's just
Like,
being
surely
no,
that's
no,
not-
no.
No, it's just
surely that's just
I've never seen
It's
it
in the League of
anywhere.
Ireland.
Even if you watch the men's league, they're all standing up in the dugout. I've only watched it now because I've been told 1 stand up in the dugout. Maybe they just don't like
Remember
me.
the Under Armour?
I'd say that's more like
Remember the Under Armour guy?
the Under Armour guy.
Last game of the season. Remember?
King, are you
Blue
alive?
No.
The blue Under
No.
Armour underneath the blue jersey.
Oh,
But
stop.
because the last
I'm glad
bit
you
of
said it.
the last bit of trim on the sleeve was orange.
The Shells
The
jersey
goalkeeper,
is
yeah.
blue
Yeah.
sleeves
Yeah.
Oh,
with a
yeah,
gold
yeah, yeah,
trimming
yeah,
here.
They
Like a
didn't
gold
pull
trimming.
that in the
Yes, they
blue.
did.
And he goes,
no.
blue Under Armour. Gold trimmings. Has
But
to be
the
gold.
point- the
Or
point
has
was-
to be orange. Orange trimmings. Has to be orange.
The point
And
was
it
made
was
that
the last
Brendan,
game. I've played the whole season with blue Under Armour. I was like, oh
the
my
point,
god.
point was made that Brendan Clark wears blue in every single game. That's televised and everything. Oh, it doesn't
Well,
matter.
she wore blue as well
Yeah,
in
no,
every
yeah.
other game.
No,
And
yeah.
then one game he just goes, orange sleeves. Blue.
Oh, no,
No
no.
blue.
Shocking. But we're going off on the tangent. there.
Yeah, no,
stop
but
the
you can talk
lights.
about it all day. That's silly stuff now.
Yeah.
That'll roil you up now.
Right. Ambitions, Luke. What's your ambition as a human?
A human.
As a human.
As a spirit. As a spirit.
One more time.
That's a heavy question.
Yeah.
there.
We can get heavy.
Um,
We can get heavy.
Well, one is just be happy every day, I suppose. That's a simple one. It's just obviously be happy, make the people around you happy, and I try make friends happy, make sure everyone's all right. That's one. That's first things first, and then in terms of a professional career, as I said earlier on, I want to try my best anyway and give 150% to try and make a career for myself in football. I'm not going to be desperate and dive on the first thing I see, but if the right opportunity ever come up to work in a full-time football environment, I'd love a chance to do it. And I wouldn't in this country, you just need a foot in the door and then you work your way up from there. But that's becoming a career ambition, and life ambition then is just live every day and just try to be happy and don't worry about stuff that's 30 years down the line. Just take every day as it comes. And other than that, I never grew up as a kid going, oh, I want to be an astronaut, or
Yeah.
never looked that far ahead. Like it about as exciting as my life got, as I wanted to be a footballer, or I want to be a professional wrestler.
Yeah.
That was it. And now
That's
it's,
exciting.
your
That's
belt.
exciting.
and now it's now I just want to be a professional coach, if you
Yeah.
will. So
Nice. Outside of football, what makes you happy?
Me.
yeah, friends,
Pro clubs with the boys.
pro clubs, the lads. Yeah, no, that doesn't make me happy actually. So it depends how the results go. But no, family, friends, just personal time as well. Like I'm quite kind of last year or two, just kind of taking more time with myself and watching telly at home or doing something I enjoy. It changes. Like I like going for a walk. I like going to play football 5-a-side sometimes. I like going to the gym sometimes. Just different things. I hate doing the same thing over and over and over again. Bar football.
No.
Everything else, it can just be it doesn't really bother me. Bar family, friends, and football. They're the three. What's the word for it?
Yeah.
Where it's like
Pillars.
fixed. Yeah, pillars. Everything else is like just variable. Like family, friends, football, and then everything else. I enjoy everything, to be honest with you. I'm easily pleased. I'm not. I'm very low maintenance. Like.
That's good.
That is good.
Nothing wrong with that. Unlike this man.
No.
Nah,
We
stop,
had
stop.
you last week.
Take the mic off him. Take the mic off
you
him.
last week.
I am not me. Stop, will you? You're not right. You don't
Point it
spin it. Right.
Point at me.
Put it back at him. I am low maintenance. No, I am.
Yeah, it is. You're low maintenance subject. You don't like an awful lot of things,
Yeah, true.
but you're highly strung in them things.
Oh, I'm all in it, or you're not in.
I agree with you. Stop popping off me.
It's hostile Tuesdays, and I wasn't hostile on the pitch today.
Wasn't
So.
all hostile today,
fair.
actually, yeah.
You know
Well,
me.
G. It's because Finn wasn't on pitch at the same hour as us today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I am not high maintenance. I'm low
You're
maintenance.
low maintenance.
So what the hell are you shouting on about then? The Warriors?
Highly strung.
Yeah, no, I am. I'm strung like a banjo. What I mean.
But
That is high maintenance then.
No, I'm not. Like, I'm easily pleased.
He's a diva, isn't he?
Are you though?
Yeah, no, I am. I got, like, I enjoy what I enjoy. But I mean, like,
How's this happened again?
yeah. I'm not going on the rabbit hole, lads.
Take the mic off. Take the mic off.
Tune into the last podcast to see me. Actually, no, I am high strung. Here's me writing my diary for the last half an hour. So, yeah.
The best.
Right, so thanks for backing up your point, LG. Super.
Anything in life do you want to do that would be like bucket list worthy or that type of thing?
I've never been to America, so that's one thing I want to do in the next 2 years. I'm gonna say. I went to the Dominican Republic last summer, so that was about as adventurous as my holidays.
That's
have ever
extremely
Why?
adventurous.
That is very
Who'd you go with?
Don't just brush
been. It was
over
a
that.
weird holiday, I have to be honest.
Two
I went
lads.
with two of the
Two
lads,
lads.
and like we went. I don't know. We just want to do something different. We were told Cancun is like full of couples and all. So we were like, we'll go to the Dominican Republic. That won't be full of couples. Yes, it was. And it was full of couples. It was full of old people, families, Americans everywhere.
And then the lads just went over for a lad's holiday.
Yeah. And like,
An all-inclusive.
we were what a season stick I got, lads. I turned up for pre-season and lads are all asking me how did I enjoy my honeymoon and all that. You know what I mean? But I had a bit of fun, like, you know what I mean? Like, you have to make it.
That sounds class.
From the minute I arrived, we got out of the minibus, the lobby thing, and there was someone took our luggage or whatever and had hand towels and our face towels and bought a glass of champagne. Like, so I looked at the lads straight away and went, here, this is good. And we had like a butler and all.
What was the name of that fella that I was FaceTiming?
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
There was an entertainer over there, lads, called Spaghetti. This man would give Anton Deck a run for his money on his own.
It's like Butlins. They were like, here's Spaghetti, meet Spaghetti.
gold.
He's the entertainer.
I
And
have
all.
to say, like that, it wasn't for that fella there. Like you used to be sitting there. I remember one like we sat there in the outdoor part where the shows were on, watching the Madonna show. That's as good as it
The
got.
all-inclusive
Oh, wow.
great crack.
No, in fairness, you went Coco Bongo and that was unbelievable. Like that was like different level. Probably the best. I would call it a nightclub, but best kind of experience I've ever had in a late venue, if you will. Played golf over there. Well, tried to play golf over there. Hacked my way around the place. But like you're playing golf over there in a different world. There's a fella driving behind you like with beers and like beer, yeah, sandwich, chicken and stuffing. Lovely.
What?
Eating that. It's
It
great.
sounds
like,
like a fantastic holiday.
if you were to go with your
Yeah.
missus, or you'd go, whoever has a missus, you all have missus. If you were to go with your missus, my God, you'd love it. Honest to God, it was unbelievable. Like, it was great to go and see, but I wouldn't go again with a group of lads.
Yeah, well, that's probably fair. Yeah, that's
We were
probably
there for
fair.
two.
Imagine the boys
We were there for
getting
2
out of the
weeks
bus.
as well. Like, you know what I mean?
So
2 weeks?
funny.
Yeah, yeah,
So funny.
yeah.
Alright,
Such a
that's
funny
hefty.
idea.
Yeah. No, it was good. Look, I don't regret it. I don't regret much things in life, but
No, it sounds good though.
look, it was 1,800 flights, accommodation, all inclusive for 2 weeks. Like it's grand.
Not bad, eh?
Not
I'd
bad at
spend
all.
that and spend the money in a week in Spain or
Not
2
bad
weeks in
at all.
Spain. Like, you know,
Not bad at
so-
all. It's a story you'll
Well, bucket list.
forget.
America. There's a couple of football stadiums I want to go see. I want to go see the Dortmund Stadium. I want to go see. I need to go back to Old Trafford. I was meant to go to Old Trafford on Stephen's Day this year, but I was violently ill over Christmas. Stuck to the bed for 2 weeks. So, had that RSVP. Did you hear that new respiratory virus thing?
Oh yeah, you had that.
I was on an inhaler and everything for like a month. I was in bits, like terrible way.
Because when we met,
Had
you
everything
couldn't-
paid
yeah,
for.
you were only just kind of.
Yeah, I had everything paid for, match ticket, flight,
It was
accommodation.
the morning of it, wasn't it?
The morning of it, I
of
woke
it.
up for the airport.
Got sick everywhere.
And I was puking and everything with it, like couldn't breathe. And so that ruled that out. So I need to go back to Old Trafford. I was at the game last year where Ronaldo scored a hat-trick against Spurs.
Oh,
Unbelievable.
How lucky is that, man?
How
Unbelievable.
lucky
Best
is
day,
that?
one of the best days of my life.
that's
But
unbelievable.
yeah, that's the bucket list.
I'd love to do like a tour of like some like the cool like stadiums like South America and all. And
Yeah, like
I'd
I
love to
wouldn't
go
go
to
that
South
far now.
America
Was
game.
it
Yeah.
more at them
Well,
games?
yeah, yeah, but it would be so cool.
So cool to go.
Games
If you
like
could
that.
sit in like a bulletproof box and watch it, I would. But I'm quite. I'm sure he'd know. But most of the lads just like me for being like very paranoid. So I wouldn't go to one.
The lads call him Pap because he's like the dad of the group.
Yeah, yeah. Like so, if the lads got up to that and when we were younger, like doing knickknacks or whatever, like I'd be up at the corner waiting. Like, you know what I mean, I'm not into that kind of stuff. Like, never was.
Pap.
El Papa.
Honestly, yeah, I'm a 45-year-old in a 22-year-old's body. It's getting worse. It's getting worse and worse.
That's gas.
Do you have any questions there on your list of questions?
Football menu. Memory.
What's your death row 3-course meal?
Oh my god!
I'm interested.
Have you got a pen and paper? This is gonna be the. So can I go like 3 different places for each course? Yeah,
do what you
Lovely
want.
Stuff. Starter, I'd go to a place called Firehouse Pizza. You know Firehouse?
Yeah.
Ballymun. It's very, very nice. I get nachos and garlic bread out there. Now I'm gonna stuff the face, lads, because it's the end.
This is you,
last
baby.
one. It's the
This
last
is you.
one.
Main course. That's an
Nachos.
extremely hard question. That is. Probably a pizza, lads, as well. I'll probably get one out of Domino's or not out of Firehouse as well.
Last meal, you get a pizza.
Yeah, pizza's my food. Like, that's what I like.
All right. I know it's your field. I shouldn't be butting in. It is your
No,
field.
no.
I shouldn't be butting in.
But yeah, probably a pizza, to be honest. I don't know from where, but probably a pizza. And then for dessert, do you ever have 4-star pizza cookies?
I think are they the big ones? They're the big ones, the big roundy
small
ones.
with white
Yeah, they're
chocolate
nice.
chips in the middle. Oh
They're
my
nice.
god, unbelievable! Too good. Should be illegal.
That's a good meal. That. Nachos.
Just
that was
pizza.
good,
It's just a pizza.
Yeah,
Actually, yeah.
it's-
Fair enough,
That's
though.
good.
I like
Actually,
all food, to be honest. I'm not bar Indian. I had one Indian in my life.
Oh no.
I'm not a fan. It was all hyped up, and I said I need to try this, and just wasn't a fan. Wasn't for me.
The
No.
toilet wasn't a fan either, was it?
No, that wasn't. It was grand. It was the naan bread. The naan bread, I was told, like, oh, garlic naan bread. That's the one. And then it was like eating a wet nappy. It was horrendous.
not like it?
No, God.
I think naan bread's
Terrible.
legal.
No,
Yeah,
what,
I
think
maybe
naan
it doesn't
bread's
travel well.
The
Maybe it doesn't
garlic
travel
naan
well.
especially, yeah. Garlic naan
Because I
would
was
be
told,
well
like, if you ate it in a restaurant, I'd love it, but I got it for a takeaway. It was disgusting.
My
Yeah,
don't
Aldi's
want my
king.
dessert would be on a death row meal. Is
The packet of
the
11 bars,
pack of
cookies and
bars.
cream,
Oh my
dairy
God.
fire or something. Dairy farm, what's the name?
You mentioned this before, didn't you?
Yeah,
on this
oh,
podcast.
it is. God.
Are these in London?
No, I don't know them. I don't know
I've
them.
never heard of these lads, already.
It's an Aldi.
They're like the. They're like
Remember disco bars?
Yes. They're like the you know the Kinder bars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
You
like
talked
them,
about you did. You
Yeah,
talked
the
about
Aldi
this before.
bars.
Oh, Joe,
Bring in a pack.
I have a pack. I have a pack at home. My
do.
ma will buy now at least 3 packs a week. Gone. I
Really?
destroyed them.
There's
I
11 in the
destroyed
pack
them.
as well
It's
for
not
some
like
weird
one and
reasons.
that was nice. It's
sure,
4.
it's an odd number, isn't it?
Four in a row.
Like boom, boom, boom. It's got like 3 things. Boom, boom, boom. That's one bag on. Boom, boom, boom. One bag on. The only annoying thing is putting the wrapper in the
Do they
bin.
come with foil?
Yes.
Oh, I've had them.
Like this.
They're death row
And,
meal.
and do you know the way 11's a weird number?
It's strange.
11's a weird number, yeah? 10 fits in the packet. When you pop the thing open,
There's a
there's a
little zipper,
special
right?
little bar in the top of
I
it.
like that.
Special. No, it's not actually special, but to me,
like
it's
that.
special.
Beautiful.
That's the one I have last. And
You
it's
always have
gorgeous.
I always, if
gorgeous.
it pops out, I'll eat that one first. But you know, if it gets stuck, I'll take the easy ones, and then about halfway in, I'll just rip that off and go.
No.
It's your turn.
But you got to keep. I'll tell you what I will say. The marketing of it or the packaging of it is, it's beautiful. The colors, the little light blue that goes with the gold.
They tease you into the open
I
the
just
box.
don't. I feel bad if I rip the top off it, so I'm super delicate, and that's why I leave that last one to last. Because the other ones, they're still in the packet, so they deserve a good ride. If I mess it up a little bit, I won't enjoy it as much, and they won't enjoy it as much. Chocolate bar, yeah. It's an experience.
We're getting off topic, so
Right, go on.
quick
If
fire.
they don't sponsor this
Yeah, quick
podcast,
fire, yeah.
Lukey, we always finish with an L quick fire with the
We
with the
need to clip
Gestines.
some-
Yeah.
And
clip that and send it
I'm
to
gonna
them, like,
start you off.
Hello.
I'm gonna start you off with my one.
Here we go.
The boys hate that I was asked this. Chocolate, sweets, crisps. Rank them. Gee, I see you.
Crisp chocolate sweets.
Oh, there's another Chris fan daily.
Get in there. Let's go.
So many variables and variations.
There you go. I didn't even
There is
think
for
of
all of them, though.
No. Like,
There
chocolate,
is, though.
chocolate,
Is
chocolate,
chocolate.
you're getting chocolate no matter what flavour you get.
that. Yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah, but you're getting crisp no matter what you pick.
Yeah, well, you can get like
Flavors and crisps.
I don't care what shape it is either, can I say? You can get an Easter egg, you can get a chocolate bar, you
still
can get an Aldi bar, sponsor that.
But it's not-
Sponsor us. Sponsor us.
Please.
Clip that. Send it.
Aldi,
please.
There's a crisp. Now I wasn't mad into crisps when I was younger. To be honest, I would have went probably would have flipped that table. But there's a flavour crisps. Did you ever see the Walker's Loaded? Did you ever see the Max,
Oh, yeah.
the hot chicken wing? That's
Oh.
yeah, well, like an old crinkle cut.
Yeah.
I'm partial to a crinkle cut crisp.
Crinkle cook crisp.
Nike or Adidas?
Nike all day long, not even close.
Yes.
Messi or Ronaldo?
Oh, don't ask him that.
Oh.
I've splinters.
He's
in
one
my
of
arse.
us. He's one of us.
I've splinters in my arse sitting on the fence on this one because I was Ronaldo for years, and the lads would used to flip the lid at me because I'd be like, Ronaldo, wouldn't even listen to them. Ronaldo. But he has soured himself in my mouth. And
What an answer.
That's your own business.
that came out wrong. But, after the World Cup
Yeah, the World Cup kind of.
and his antics and where he's playing football now, I'm gonna just edge it to Messi by a millimetre.
Wow.
Bold statement. Well, it's actually not a bold statement. I'd say that's where the majority of humans are right now.
Next question. What's your Nando's order?
Should
He
we
used
reach
to.
it?
He used to be. I had to get something nice. I had to get something clean that day. But my normal Nando's order is Sunset Burger. Is that what's called?
Yes.
Sunset Burger,
Daily's got-
peri chips, garlic bread, and halloumi sticks. That'd be
They
mine.
didn't give me the halloumi sticks the
Oh,
last
yeah,
time.
yeah.
That would be my
Was
normal
it yours
order.
that told me to go get into the... No, it wasn't. The halloumi sticks. You don't eat the halloumi sticks, don't you?
Not in Nando's, but I do like it.
Majorly into them.
Someone else was.
Yeah.
Majorly into them.
Nah, it's quite nice. Well, see, I'm not giving an opinion on the Nando's one because I haven't had it. But tailgating, just one day, I didn't know what
You don't dip it into that jam stuff now.
Nah, don't be
Stay clear of that. You get the little peri-nice and just dip into that.
Yeah, that's fair. Anyway, it was legal.
What's the other Nando's starter that everyone gets?
The hummus with the
Hummus.
pita bread. You got that
Hummus.
before.
Yeah,
You got
that's
that
the one I
before,
got.
mate.
Yeah,
Fan of hummus.
that's the one I got.
Hummus is one of those foods that everyone thinks is mad healthy, and then like you end up eating a whole tub of it, and you realise there's
I
about
dig
800
hummus.
calories in a full tub. Like
Yeah, well, I like hummus now. I'd have crackers.
It's like
into the
avocado.
hummus. No
Yeah.
bother. Into the hummus.
Who's bar? Yerry Mina or Tyrone Mings?
He's the number one that's giving me lack over that,
yeah,
by the
it's a
way.
disgraceful team. That's a horrendous
No, it's a
team.
joke, Luke. Thanks.
The fact that you left Lewis Dunk out of it says a lot.
Where?
Yerry Mina, Tyrone Mings is a donkey. He's terrible. He's terrible.
The only thing that gives Tyrone Mings +5 is he's a left.
Left footed. What's the tax? Left foot tax.
Left foot tax. Childhood crush. Celebrity.
Yeah.
Celebrity.
What are you doing?
Where are we going?
Cut that.
Celebrity crush. Childhood crush.
What was that girl in first class name? Margot Robbie.
Yeah, good, yeah, good.
We can all dream.
If you're stuck on a desert island, what 3 people would you bring with you?
No, I'm bringing him with me.
Are you?
Yeah. Because
Comedic effect.
no, it's not even comedic effect. I could talk rubbish with this fella for hours upon end. Hours.
That's good.
Uh,
like that.
I don't know. That's a
some of the
compliment.
past times.
I'd love to that. We wouldn't last. You wouldn't last.
Who else would I bring? What else would I bring? Did you say who or what?
Who?
Who?
What? You big king?
Water, king, or food?
Probably bring one of my sisters.
The other one, you, not you, you.
And then-
I'm sick of you.
No, 'cause you can't bring them all. Like, and then probably. I don't know, lads. I don't know. That's a
You
horrible
have to-
question.
You have to. There's only three.
Bring Daichi,
three
bring Daichi.
seats on the plane.
Deutsche be good.
Don't you get
All
your
right,
little
forget my
strategy?
sister. She can stay at home.
You
I'll
can-
go
yeah.
Kinger. I'll go.
Tarkowski and Deutsche.
I'll go Sean Dyche for a bit of crack, and I'll go with. Who else a bit of crack? I don't care about Survivor, but I'm there for a bit of laugh. Like, I'll throw Bear Grylls in there as well.
I'm sure he's mad sound.
I just heard it over there. I was excited.
He's definitely sound.
Me, Deutsche, Bear Grylls, and Luke some weekend.
That's going to be heavy. Strap in for
That's the
that.
In the
weekend.
Dominican Republic again.
Yeah,
Beforehand.
with spaghetti. I would have brought spaghetti. For a bit of
Spaghetti, yeah,
entertainment.
spaghetti.
Yeah.
Night in or night out?
I used to be night out heavily, and then in the last 2 years, my granddad ways have taken over, and the lads slaughtered me for it. Only.
A bit, yeah.
Yeah.
A bit.
Not that I would prefer a night in. I prefer going to like a pub or a late bar with the lads than a nightclub. I'm past my nightclub stage. Past it by a long stretch.
Oh, yeah, no, I agree with you. I have it back on
glad
that.
to go to a spot, no music at all. And just
So would
Yeah.
I.
A big table.
And just rubbish
yeah,
talk for
yeah.
3 hours.
tactics born on it
Yeah.
and everything.
Nah.
Sean
Football
Dyche's
can stay
there.
at home
Bear
that
Grylls
time.
there.
No, but I would have said night out. He had asked me 3 years ago. But lockdown, I think, lost my buzz around like heavy nights out and stuff. Like, it's just, not into it anymore.
Favorite genre of music?
I'm one of those people that like has the weirdest playlists ever. So I have like a rap playlist, of like a house music playlist that I never listen to. I've got like Irish music, like traditional music. I have kind of like Oasis, Aslan. I'd say I listen to rap more than that, but
You're a UK rap man as well,
UK
aren't you?
rap.
Oh yeah, grime more so or
He's
not?
a UK man.
yeah, no,
Just more so.
about just Dave and Stormzy and a few of the lads.
Interesting.
Right.
Right, lads. Luke, that was very good.
That was good
That
fun.
was good
I
crack.
enjoyed that. I thought it was going to be more nervous than that, to be honest.
No, that was good.
You know, the first 30 seconds I just sat there in silence.
It's a relaxed environment, man. Relaxed environment.
This room makes.
Let us know what you think of the new set. Well, it's not even a new setup, is it, lads? We've new backing, new lights. It's a bit class. Share Vision Lab, upgrading the boys. Looks deadly. Let us know what you think. I think
Say
it
it
looks
again?
class.
What's it like?
It looks deadly in here. Looks great, man. Right, yeah, Lukey, that was class. Well done, man. Daily Kinger. Well done, lads.
Thanks.
Morgan.
Well done to you too.
Yeah,
man.
thanks.
Well done,
Thanks,
well
lads.
done.
And that's it.